Hey there. For those of you who are using the computer lab lessons, I thought it'd be easier just to go ahead and give you a quick video about this. I'm just trying to avoid typing out lengthy instructions, and I seem to be lengthy at all instructions I give. So it's September 22nd. If you are a week behind us, that's all good. Last week it went really well. The kids with the keyboarding links, dance mat typing is really changed and it's great, teaches the home row. So it's a good one to do. Make sure they're not just like with Type Rocket just smashing the keyboard, which our students did. The digital portfolio went well. And you'll see it sort of evolves as I go into this week's. So this week, I put down to complete if not done, due by next week. And I put the digital portfolios and I kind of shortened everything to make more room. The video tutorials there. Now you'll notice here where it says turn your digital portfolios in here. I unlinked it because that's I had that linked to a Google form where I had kids turn in their digital portfolios. All I did was ask them for their name and a link to the portfolio, and I said to be sure that they check the share settings on the portfolio. If it is private, you're not going to be able to see it. And I did this because I wanted all of the portfolios in one location turned in so that I didn't have to search all over for them. And when we went to check the students' work, I could just go to one spreadsheet and check all the links. I will probably try to give time in class another time this week because today's activity takes a while. Again, we have the keyboarding links, but I didn't put it first this time. I want them to get started right away with this activity. It's Native American regions we're working on, and we're trying to attempt a collaborative Google presentation. The first week, you could tell down here, we were working on digital portfolios and how to make them look nice design-wise so that we could get to this point where they can now that the, add in the content, they can make a good presentation with partners. Now, here is a template of the Native American slide deck, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But this is the one right here that you'll use on the HyperDoc. Now, click here to see what your task is for today. So on here, oh, it's not. There we go. If I click here, it's going to take us to the assignment. So this is a HyperDoc lesson, and that means that the entire lesson is on one Google document. So the kids will click here, and all the instructions are here. So their task is to create a collaborative slide deck about the Native American region they've been assigned. Click on the link below to access the slides, and then it says exactly what to do. So what we did was we divided the class into these 4 regions. Trying to get the page to load. It's a little slow. And so there were 8 kids per region, or you might have to have a couple extra if you have 33 kids. And so all I did was I took that template and I made copies of it. So there are 4 different copies of it, and I titled each one. One of them was Pacific Northwest, one was Great Plains, the Desert Southwest, and Eastern Woodland. And then I went ahead and linked it up for them here. So if they wanted to work on it, they just click here, and each team can go in and work on their own slide deck. I didn't want to have them go and create their own slide deck yet. I wanted to do that work for them to sort of speed up that process. We'll get further into that as the year goes on. The other thing you have to be sure you do when you create these 4 copies of the presentation, make sure when you change the share settings that you leave it to anyone with a link can edit, so that each of the kids, when they click on the link, if you click here, it'll take you to the specific, it'll take you to the, oh no, what did I do here? Looks like I'm messing up my doc. It'll take you to the specific slide deck, but the kids have to be able to edit. Now, when they're in here, it's really important you talk to them about digital citizenship because there are going to be 8 kids on one slide deck, and they can technically go in and erase each other's work. If they're logged into their account, you can see at the top, they'll be able to see their names. And you'll be able to check who did what at what time. So if you go to File, it's just loading really slow. Seems I'm overloading my computer. nothing new. If you go to File and see Revision History, it normally, once it's loaded, you'll be able to access that. It'll pop up over on the right side. You can see who's been doing what. Now this is a template, and so the kids, it has instructions what they're to do on each of the slides. Now the kids, I think there's 10 slides actually. They have to divide up the work. So you can divide up the kids ahead of time, and they're each responsible for a different slide deck. Again, the share settings are over here on the top right. Make sure that anyone who has access to the link can edit. It's going to be important that they use good digital citizenship for that. There is a collection of research resources here that they can use. I don't want them out just taking up all that time researching. Again, that's not the point of this lesson this time. One last thing, what can we learn from this sample? This is a sample that my class did about a year ago, and it is not the greatest, and you can use it for teaching kids about graphic design, about what color fonts would be good on the slideshow. And now we don't think of these as necessarily a slideshow. We like to talk about them in terms of a digital book. So you'll notice there's a lot of words on the page here. And this is a different way of having kids create reports. Look at this one has a lot of words on the slide. And unfortunately, you can't see the words because, well, it's still loading one. And also because the background is really kind of blurry and it's really hard to read. So we need to talk to kids about some design aspects. Of course, I always love to save samples like this because it's just nice to teach digital graphic design. This is a little bit better. I'm not sure I love the color choices. It's a little bit bright, but it's at least I can see the words. And again, this one, I guess you can argue this one is not too bad either. You can sort of see it. Now you're probably wondering, a slideshow with lots of words? Come on, that's death by PowerPoint. Well, this isn't meant to be just a slideshow. It's meant to be a book that can be explored when you go into present mode, or we put a link on here to the video of this presentation. The students put it into display mode and ran QuickTime and did a little video presentation of this. So instead of having it be a slideshow, it was a movie that people listened to. I look forward to seeing what you all create on yours. So I think that covers this activity. Feel free to change it any way you want. This is just to give you some ideas. And then again, back to the assignment for the week. You're welcome to delete anything that's not working for you and go ahead and add your own work in there. Hope it's going well. Email me if you need some help, or give me a call and or let me know, and I can come in and help work with your class.